Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy. Bloop, bloop, that's me. Boop, Debsy. Hey guys, and happy new year to everybody. I hope everybody had a very happy New Year's Eve, whether it was out and about or whether it was just at home. As y'all know, I spent the ending of 2023 just as I had spent the others, and that was at home. I just barely made it to 12 o'clock. I actually shut the TV off and I just watched a couple like TikTokers that I follow. I just watched their live streams. And so I did. I was up at 12 o'clock. So I hope everybody had a great New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Day. My brother and his family had just left. We had a very nice dinner. I made cold veggie pizza, and I could have done a few things different, but it turned out yummy nonetheless. So I am here basically today to share my intentions for this year. I'm not going to call them goals, because when I call them goals, well, no, I don't want to say goals. I don't want to call them resolutions, because when I call them resolutions, I break them immediately. So I'm coming to you from downstairs. I had just done the Kubi. I watched a little bit of The Crown. I did the Kubi, and I'm very close to closing my ring on my Apple Watch, which I'm wearing again. And at 5 o'clock, it's going to be the Alabama Crimson Tide versus the Michigan Wolverines. You can guess who I'm rooting for. Woo! Roll Tide, roll Tide, roll. Me and Emily from Emily's Life on Wheels are definitely cheering on, and her family are definitely cheering on the Alabama Crimson Tide, as is Dolly. So I thought I would go over my my goals or my intentions for 2024. I picked a word of the year last year. The word of the year last year was action. I am kind of thinking that the word for this year may be change. I will let you know if I come up with a better word, but that's what I'm going to go for now, because I definitely need to make some changes. Going into this year, I was not excited, because I really do think last year was just a year where I was complacent and nothing really happened. I have a feeling that this year might not be the same. I don't know. I'm feeling like this is going to be a bad year for me if I don't make some changes. I feel like it might be a bad year for me. I have got to make some changes. As I had said in the past, I had said that I really needed to focus on my finances, because I'm a single woman. I don't have a two income. It's me. It's not me and my husband, or me and my fiance, or whatever. It's me. So a few years ago, I went in, I cleaned up my finances, I paid off all my bills, and my credit went from below the dumpster, like buried in the ground, to not bad at all. Why I cannot do that with my health, I don't know why. So here's my intentions and my goals. First of all, my physical health. It's obvious I'm not in the greatest of health. I live by the motto or the mantra of life of ignorance is bliss. So as long as blood isn't spurting out from a wound, I'm fine. As long as I can walk, I'm fine. I have to do something. I'm not getting any younger. I have got to do something about my health. So I came up with ultimately what I want to do. And I'm not going to come off right immediately and be like, I want to immediately lose 100 pounds right off the bat. Eventually I would like to lose a significant amount of weight. That's end game. What I have to do to get there, I need to cut down on my sugar. I had done this before, along with cutting out dairy, and the amount of pressure that was taken off my knees was massive. Like, I went from having stiff joints to having no problems, having no issues. Well, not no issues, but very, very few issues. So number one, I want to cut down on my sugar, which is easier said than done living in this house. I just have to bring some willpower. I know I did mention I want to cut down my dairy. I got to do that because, once again, it does help with the inflammation in my knees. I am going to work towards not drinking pop. You guys will we'll call it soda. We call it pop here. I love my Diet Cokes. I love a Diet Coke every now and then. I gotta cut it out because it's been proven it's not good for you. I want to get in more fruits and vegetables. I don't get a lot in right now. I want to get more fruits and vegetables. I want to move more. I don't move a lot. In the past, when I worked in town in Pittsburgh, I got my exercise from walking to and from work and walking around on lunch. When I came home, I love working from home. I would not trade it for the world. I would never go back into work because there's so many pros to working at home for me, from like not having all of that pressure on my joints, to saving money, to not having to wake up at 4:30. But coming home and working from home, I'm much more sedentary. So I have got to move more. I'm starting to wear my Apple Watch again today, and closing my rings. I'm going to close my rings, going to try as hard as I can to close my rings every day. My friend Emily from Emily's Life on Wheels, she does it every day. She's up and at 'em on her bike early, and she does it. She has no excuses, and then I don't know what my excuse is. So she's my inspiration. Emily, you're my inspiration. I mean, I don't know if that's something you'd like to hear, but you're my inspiration. So that is what I gotta do. I gotta move more. I gotta close my rings on this. I didn't spend the money on this just to put it in a drawer and forget about it. It's not like this was like a $10 watch. So I gotta use it. I gotta move more. And also I have to get more sleep, and I have to get more quality sleep. I no longer sleep in my bed because I have been having lower back issues. So I've been sleeping on our reclining couch, which actually is more comfortable on my back. But regardless of where I sleep, I have to get more sleep, and I have to get more quality sleep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to limit my screen time before I go to bed, because typically what I do is I get into bed and lay down, and then I will watch TikToks on my cell phone. And that's not good. And then the first thing that I do in the morning when I wake up is I look at my screen for my cell phone, because that's what I use for my alarm. I'm going to be getting an alarm, just an alarm clock. I'm going to use that so that I don't have to immediately go to my phone. And that will probably help me get up a little get up maybe a little earlier, because I'm going to put it across the room so that I have to get up to turn it off so that I can't hit snooze. Although I'm pretty good about not hitting snooze in the morning. Along with moving more, I would really like to, once it gets warm, I would like to maybe start taking walks. I am going to have to use either my cane, or I have two walking poles. I will start to do that, but I have got to do something, because this is, listen, I thought it was funny whenever I'd be like, fat girl for life, but the issues that go with it physically, the physical health problems that you have that come from it, they have come to roost, and I have to do something. This past year, I had watched what I was eating, and I cut down on my sugar a little bit, and I ate more protein, and I drank more water, and I didn't eat a ton of junk, and I lost some weight. And then I stopped doing it, and I gained it all back and then some. So, you know, so that's that. Mental, and now health wise, there's the physical health, your physical health, and then there's your mental health. I feel like some of the tips that I'm going to take, I'm going to wake up a little earlier so that I have some time for my mind, just some me time, so that I can have some time to, not to meditate, but some time just to think of make a gratitude list, and just to get right with the day before I head down to work. I am going to read at least 100 pages a day, because I feel like when I read it, it takes me away from my work, from stresses I might have on my mind. I'm also going to stop comparing my life to other people's lives on the internet. The internet, when you look at social media, everybody else's life is so great and so perfect, and they have everything together. And the crazy thing, and what I'm thinking of when I say that, is on TikTok, you have that goodbye 2023 trend, where it's like, and with that, the 2023 season has ended. And then you see people doing all of these, like, showing, like 100 pictures of them going all these places and all these concerts and all these big life events. And then I compare what I don't do to what they do, and it just puts me in a depressed state. So, and not even comparing myself to what others have done, but even to my past, because Facebook likes to bring up these things all the time, where it's like, you posted this 10 years ago, you posted this 4 years ago. And a few days ago, a post had come up of me and one of my childhood friends doing my first color run, and it was out in South Park in near Pittsburgh. And I look at it and I was like, I look at that. I was doing that. I mean, I can't do that anymore. I was doing that. And then, like, I think it was a couple months after that, or was it? No, it was a couple months before that. Me and my friend Tara had drove up to Cleveland for a New York Yankees game. And we had gotten great seats. Like, I think it was like four rows up from first base, because at the time I absolutely loved Mark Teixeira. And it was a blowout. The Yankees were killing the Indians. At the time, they were Indians. Now they're the Guardians. They were just beating them so badly that a lot of people had just left. So by the end of the game, we were able to, like, move down to the front row, right at the Yankees dugout. So I got to see like all my Yankee favorites, like all the Yankees just like running out after. Oh, it was so great. And I look at that, and I look at the smiling, and I look at like how much I was supposed to, or how much I could do, and just walk around, have fun, and it just makes me sad now. And it just gets me, and it just gets me depressed, and it just does. So, I mean, I have to stop comparing what others have. I have to stop comparing what I have to what others have, and what I can do now to what I used to be able to do. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get back to doing exactly what I did before, but I can adapt and I can still do things. I just have to adapt at how I do them. Now I will have to use a cane, or now I will have to maybe use like walking sticks or a rollator. And I mean, there's a whole world out there for me. I just have to adapt to it. So I have to stop comparing myself to others and comparing my life now to my life then. And lastly, I want to try new hobbies, because I feel like anytime I craft or I do a hobby and I get creative is when I feel the happiest. Like, if I'm being completely honest, and I know this would never ever happen, I would love to just be able to make a living. I'm not saying getting rich. I'm saying make like the living that I'm making right now by just doing what I love. And doing what I love is just being creative. Like, I that would be a dream. And that's why I support small business any chance I can, especially people who are being creative, whether it's like running an Etsy shop and you're making sweatshirts, or you're making tumblers, or the ornaments that I order that are, that are housewives related. I wish I could do that. I really wish. My YouTube is never going to blow up. I don't do this for it to blow up and make money off of it. Would that be the dream? It absolutely would be a dream of life. But I do this just because I enjoy talking. I just enjoy talking, and I enjoy reaching out to people through this little screen. And there was a comment from Seymour, and I can't remember exactly word for word what it said, but it was basically that that I just bring joy to people, and I'm helping people. If I could really, honestly, if my videos could even reach out and help one person not feel alone, or feel like somebody's there for them, or it makes them smile or laugh or whatever, that right there is just the absolute best feeling. But doing hobbies or crafting, I love crafting. So I'm going to try and do a little bit more of that. I'm also going to continue with my cooking, because when I get a success from cooking, that boosts my self-confidence. So I'm absolutely going to be trying new hobbies, new recipes, new craft ideas. And lastly is work. With work, I'm going to do one of two things. I'm either going to embrace the change, or I'm going to update my resume, and look for work in other departments in our company. I stay at the company because it's a good company, and I am one of the people that gets a pension. I'm going to need that pension when I retire, hopefully in 9 years. So that's going to be just it. For me, change at work is scary, is super scary. The department is going to be changing a lot. So, and I'm one of the older, if not the oldest person in the department. So I really have to wrap my head around just embracing the change, adapting, and showing that I am more than up for the task of doing this job. So it's either I need to do one or the other. So that's that. Those are my intentions and my goals for this year. Like I said, heading into this year, I was not the most optimistic. I don't know how this year is going to go. I'm a believer in, like, if things are going well for you, the wheels are eventually going to fall off. I hope I'm wrong when I'm saying 2024 is the year that the wheels fall off. So I'm going to do everything that I can to keep those wheels on and keep rolling. So with that being said, let me know in the comments. I know this was a heavy discussion. Also, if you notice, I don't have any of the lights up because the ones that were over that way, they went out. So I'm going to be getting new lights to put up there. So with that being said, let me know in the comments what some of your resolutions or goals or intentions are for the new year. And if nobody told you yet today, I love you. You are loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put hope, kindness, passion, acceptance, love, positivity, compassion, understanding, anything else that's good, put it out there in the world. Please take care of one another. And 2 things. Please be aware of your surroundings and please stay safe. I love you guys. I'm going to go watch some Alabama football. It's 4:59. And as the great Bear Bryant would say, roll tide, roll tide, roll. Bye, guys. I love you guys.